So right now I'm outdoors. It's a little bit cloudy today, but as you can see, the brightness is set to number 4, and you can perfectly see what's going on here. Now let me show you at brightness 10. As you can see, it completely overexposed the video. So if it is a bit sunny, you're not gonna have a problem whatsoever with this monitor. And again, 4, to me, it looks great. So this is how easy it is to mount this on a C-stand with the actual case. So align it with the C-stand right here, and then carefully drop it. You see the top of the C-stand stud right here. Lock it down. And again, this is gonna be in the way, not a problem. You lift it, switch it this way. Now, to prevent this from collapsing and dropping all these things here, now this is when you use the Velcro this time, right here, and it prevents this from falling, right? And as you can see, it doesn't get in the way of the V-mount battery either, so everything is perfect. And here's how quickly you can actually set up the hood. So align these parts right here. On the back, you want to squeeze a little bit, like that. And then the top, and here. Come back here again and squeeze it. Power on the monitor, and there you go. And again, this is at brightness 4. To adjust the brightness, quickly jump in here. And this is what it looks like at brightness 10. In my case, with this scenario, brightness number 5 or 4 is plenty. I can see everything. The only thing that is the case here, the monitor tilts slightly about 10 degrees this way here. So right now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a little bit cloudy today. It's been raining here for like 10 days in a row. I'm from Pennsylvania, but here I am with the monitor being tested outside with and without the hood. But still being outdoors is still bright than indoors, right? So right now at number 4 or even at number 0 brightness, I still can see everything fine. So if it is rather sunny, all you have to do is to brighten this up to number 10, which is plenty of brightness here. Right now it's actually very bright to my vision here. I mean, it's nice, but you don't need all that brightness right now. So at number 4 or 5 is ideal for this condition here. Again, if it is sunny, just crank it up to 15. There are other videos on YouTube showing you the monitor on full sunny brightness, and it's definitely not a problem. So right now the room is dark, and let's pretend that the tube light is actually sunlight trying to enter through this here. If we did a good job, as you can see, no sunlight comes in. Let me even turn off this monitor here. Nothing inside the box. And if you did a bad job like sealing this properly, of course, you know, the light is gonna enter through here. As you can see, it's shining through the monitor there. So when you take your time and close this properly, which takes a second, putting the tube light exactly the same way, no light comes in at all. And this is a pitch black room, as you can see. So here's the case that comes included with your purchase, and it's very nicely made and is very cushiony right here. It's very comfortable to hold, to handle. And this is the front, and this is the back. This case design also features a sun hood right there. So you can actually mount this on a C-stand with the monitor already inside the case, so you don't have to even bother taking it off the case, which is pretty nice. And the sun hood can be assembled in a matter of seconds. It has the velcros and everything else. So as I bang on this case, you can see how well built that is. So the first thing that you want to do when you put the monitor in this case, as you can see, there are 2 flappers here. You gotta make sure they are right against the case. Now, as you can see, the case is ready to receive the monitor. I recommend that you save this packaging material, especially if you're gonna transport the monitor, especially the joystick going in here. Make sure the hole is in this side, not on this side here. So it's gonna be around the left and the opposite side where the C-stand mount is. Now, because of gravity, I wish they had a little Velcro here, so this will avoid or prevent this thing from flapping back here, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. So I put in here, and there you go. And the same exact thing here. See a little Velcro here? And that's it. Because there are 2 flappers here, as you can see. So it cannot be down like this here. You gotta make sure everything is up. And put this back here. And then in an angle, place the monitor. It's a little bit of work here. And then you pull back a little bit, and there you go. Then you use the belt, and the other one, and your monitor is secured. Then make sure you align this with the C-stand hole. To remove the monitor in an angle, lift it up, and there you go. Now to install the included legs, you notice that one says right, the other one says left. So this is the right side of the monitor. You want to install it this way here, and it sits right there perfectly. This is the original screw that comes with the unit, and you can simply tighten it with your fingers. There's no need for a screwdriver because once this is tight, it's tight enough, this is not going anywhere, okay? You can tighten a little bit more if you like. I actually came up with this here, which is a lot better. This is actually a larger knob, and I actually put this little washer in between so I don't scratch the monitor, the sides here, you know how I am. And then you just do that. It's a lot easier. And again, no screwdriver needed. This is not going anywhere, doesn't shake, doesn't rattle, perfectly. Same thing with this. This is the left side, and this whole block faces down. If this thing somehow doesn't want to thread, it's because you kind of put this wrong, you know, something like this here. Just don't force it. There's only one way. There you go. Then you finish screwing it. And then place the monitor on the floor or on the table. Very stable. Now I want to show you how accurate this monitor is straight out of the box without any further calibration, just what came from the factory. I know it's difficult to see on camera because first of all the exposure is wrong. I actually have to change my aperture or ISO right there. I'm going to do that later. But in person, looking at my iPhone, looking at the back of LCD display on my camera, the colors are pretty much spot on by 97%. I can see here with my own eyes, this is actually reproducing exactly what I see on my phone. Right now the monitor is at the brightness setting to the lowest, which is 0, and right now I changed the exposure to f8, and this is what you see as good as I can here to show you. It's not going to be the same as seeing this in person, right? But I just want to show you how accurate this monitor is. And let me blow this up a little bit here. So as you can see, the colors here, it's pretty much what you see here, what you see there. When I plug my R3, the same exact thing that I see on the LCD display is pretty much satisfactory enough, is the same exact thing that I see here. Now if you're shooting something extremely critical, such as, you know, photographing clothing, because that particular blue with the other blue matters, then you probably want to consider further calibrating this monitor with the probe that works with this monitor or something else. But most situations in a professional environment, you're not going to be able to need any other further calibration other than this. You can pretty much trust it because it's going to look the same thing as it looks like on my cameras. Of course, there's no way to have zero latency because especially at under $1,000, that's not going to happen. But for focus pulling, you can definitely still do it. Unless you try to pull focus on a squirrel moving, most cases, pulling focus from this monitor is going to be no problem. And again, the price of this monitor being under $1,000, to find a monitor that will do the same thing that this monitor can do, you're looking at $1,300 to $1,900, $1,800 easily. So again, in this case, I have the Apple TV sending signal to the TV and sending signal to this monitor. As you can see, when the picture changes, it's very fast. It's almost no delay whatsoever. So I have something here, non-copyrighted material. This is something that I actually made a commercial for a industrial facility. And I want to show you guys the quality of the audio they're going to hear from the speakers, which is literally just for reference. So you have sound, but you know, so I'm going to play here so you can see what it sounds like.
Certified and audited outside subcontractors and suppliers to make sure you receive the best
Then up the volume.
available to support your needs. Orbell manages the process from start to finish.
So I'm gonna hook up this Bluetooth speaker and I'll show you guys what you can do about that. This cable is perfect. Again, 2 feet, that's all you need. The angled part goes on the actual monitor here, so you can actually make a clean turn. Make sure your Bluetooth has line in, and now hear the difference. Maximum volume.
Orbell has established a mentorship program to assure continuity of high-quality
You can mount it here too.
We believe not only in supporting your needs today, but also well into the future.